everybody. Welcome back to Young Lions. This is Hope, Karen, and today we're going to be talking about manifestation, but a second part of it.
So our first part is already on roarofthelionedmonton.com, and it's also on this Facebook page. So if you haven't seen the first one, go watch the first one and then come to this one. So yeah,
you noticed? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, you brought up this topic.
Okay. So basically, we're gonna start by talking about why it is one of the biggest, or right now, the big controversial topic for some of us, especially our age and stuff. Yeah. And I think we kind of glossed over it in the first part, and it was why, was it like about control?
Yeah, you had said in the other video, and we had kind of skipped past it, but you said one reason that you've heard, one reason that you've heard that Christians don't like it is because they think it takes control away from God or something? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and basically like you're taking control of your own life and you're not leaving space for God.
Okay.
In a sense. You can see already in my face I disagree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, say why you disagree.
Well, I feel like I get where they're coming from, where it's like God's the one that's, like, God basically has our life in his hands and everything, 100%. But I don't think that, like, God gave us free will, and we believe in that, right? So we can make our own decisions. And I feel like to say that because we believe and we say things like, hey, I'm going to be successful, hey, I'm going to work towards success and stuff, it's not like we're saying we're taking control over everything. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm like, it's not the same thing to me. Mm-hmm.
No, I agree, because, like, how are you taking control away from God by saying, I want to be successful, and working towards that? Yeah. God uses us to get his will done on the earth. It's not like he needs us to do it, but he will use us. Right. So, for example, he used Gideon to take back stuff from the Philistines, Midianites.
I don't know.
Guys, don't bully me. There's too many names. Anyway, but God used Gideon to get stuff done. Okay. And he let Gideon, like, go through whatever. He helped him get out of his, like, woe is me, I don't know what I'm doing, why would you choose me? That kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think that he enjoys seeing what we will choose, but he also will tell us if there's something that's big, do it this way, right? Yeah. So I don't think that that's taking control away from God by being like, I want to be,
especially if you're doing it in God's will.
Exactly. Like, if we're going into the scripture and being like, is this biblical? Am I allowed to wish for this? Yeah. Then why wouldn't you be able to? It's not taking control away from God. Yeah. Yeah.
And if anything, it's walking in his promises. You want to talk about how, I don't know if you want to touch a bit on this, because you did speak about it. Sure. Like speaking it into existence.
Yes. Do you want scriptures? I found 7. So I'm not going to, like, go through everything, but it shows that there's evidence in the Bible of God telling us to speak things into existence. Mm-hmm. So 1, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So if we say things out loud, whatever we say, we will eat of, it says. We will eat the fruit of it. So what we sow, we will also reap. 100%. Another thing that was brought up is that, how did the world come into existence? Mm-hmm. What happened? He spoke it. He said, let there be, and there was. Yeah. So that's already, like, the basis or the beginning of the Bible, of what was written. That's how it starts.
I like how it's actually the actual beginning.
The very beginning, he spoke something into existence. Mm-hmm. And if we are made in God's image, and if he gave us authority over the earth, why wouldn't we also be able to do that? Mm-hmm. Here's another. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Yeah. You're, what's that called? You're initiating your faith, or you're kind of, like, encouraging your faith, being like, okay, I'm wishing for this, etc. Isaiah 55 verse 11, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth, it shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. Yeah. So he's saying, my words that I speak out are not going to come back to me with nothing. They're actually going to accomplish what I told them to. There's
That's
another
sweet.
one.
Yeah.
Truly I say to you, this is Mark 11, verse 23. Truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass, it will be done for him.
Yeah, that's
That
something
is like-
that's always recited. That verse
Yes.
is
And
a
he
huge
said,
one.
if you say to this mountain, do this, it will.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
Girl, that's everything already.
Actually,
Like,
a second
that's so many.
step to biblical manifestation, if you want to say, it's not even just always speaking.
It's not just
it,
speaking.
It's also envisioning it, and I think that a lot of times it would be God could send an angel. He could send, like for Abraham, he actually showed him the stars
Right.
before even giving him the promise of many sons. And so I feel like every time Abraham would go outside and look at the stars, it would remind him of the promise, you know? So I think that's really important to like just sit down and really envision yourself. If you're like, God, I want to have good grades and, in university, in something, right?
Yeah.
You sit down and you start envisioning yourself.
What does it look like?
What does it look like in your life? And how can you work towards that?
Yeah.
So I think a huge part, if you look throughout like a lot of like the Old Testament, and a lot of times God does come through a lot in vision, and it's a great reminder.
Yeah. And the Bible is full of like metaphors and imagery and stuff. And I just heard actually last week I was in class, and I'm in psychology, just for people who don't know. And my prof had said, what like imagery will help you this year moving forward? And I went, oh, that's interesting. And someone had said an oak tree about like being like a thing of fortitude. So you're strong, you're able to like hold things in, but it doesn't destroy you. Someone else said a door, like they open the door so that you can move forward. And I went, that is actually so helpful, because we forget words. I don't have one yet, so I'm coming up with one.
Okay.
But like we have words, and words are good, but then imagery and thinking about what that looks like for you also helps, and all of that is to encourage your faith. Right?
Yeah.
How can you just have faith if you don't think about it? You can't just go have it.
Yeah.
We are supposed to bring forth things that God has called us to bring.
Yeah.
So I think
that's like
part of that.
one of the biggest things is just to meditate on God's. You know how it says in the Bible, meditate on my word day and night, so you don't sin against me. So a lot of that, like it kind of goes around that too. It's not like the Bible's saying no to meditation and stuff, because sometimes you were talking about how we're scared of like one word, like the word manifestation.
So one of the reasons that people are scared
Yeah.
is because of the word. So like, manifestation, just like you said, everyone has their own idea of what that means. So that's what's scary. But once you kind of think about it, you can go, okay, well, if I'm doing it in a certain way and this is what this word means to me, then that's what that is to me. And it can be something else to someone else. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong for doing it.
That's true. Meditating is a huge one, because I did. We used to have this one book. I don't know why we had it, but it had all these spells and these these spells and these little potions in the book or something. And so my sister was into these things, and I was like, no. We were young though, and we used to watch this mermaid show, so we just,
Okay.
So I used to get scared of that thing, and so I used to close every time I was next to it. I just close and like toss it around. But I do remember it talking about meditation. And so when I did see the word meditate in the Bible, I was kind of like, what? I was kind of scared of it a bit.
Like, that's not a Christian thing.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No. But meditate can just mean to ponder on God's word, to think about it, and to spend time and see and envision it, So I when I saw in that space, it made more sense to me, and it's the same thing as like a manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's so true.
Yeah.
Because even like I started meditating, but I don't consider it in the same way that like New Age people would think of it.
Yeah.
So then it's all about the context you're in and how you're doing it, and then like your thoughts behind it, or your intention behind it. So I think that is like the biggest thing in doing it. And again, going back to make sure that it's biblical and say, is what I'm wishing for and what I'm trying to manifest actually in the Bible, and is it something that God says I can have?
Yeah.
Yeah, Okay. I think that's good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that it for you?
Yeah, I don't have more to say.
Okay, me too. Well, again, like I said at the beginning, you can go to roarofthelionedmonton.com and just look at other videos we have. You can reach out to us on there as well. Same with the Facebook page. You can comment, leave a comment if this helped you or if you have any thoughts. And yeah, you can reach out anytime. And our first video, again, like I said, is already on the Facebook page. So go through them, see what you think about it, and then do your own research into this and figure out what you believe in all of this. So yeah, okay, we'll see you next time.